What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody had a great Easter weekend. Today is the 1st of April. We are looking at Cryptex Finance this Monday morning, April 1st. So the ticker symbol will be CTX/USD, United States dollar. Daily chart, Coinbase here is the trading data on tradingview.com. Taking a look at CTX, guys. Currently this morning up 1.25% for CTX. Basically just been range bound for the past couple days. We are sitting lower over the past week or so, but we're still in this consolidation. We have not made any new lows or either a new high. So we have still the high of this consolidation of this big leg up here. Came in at, looks like our highs were 781 or so, and our lows on the 19th of March came in around, looks like 425 roughly. We've been consolidating here on a daily count for 16 days, getting a little reversal off the 236 fib level. So we have our fibs from the swing low of this consolidation, which was on the 19th, to the high of this move on the 15th. Swing high to swing low will lay out fib levels within the basing structure, as well as once we get above the highs of this consolidation. So right here down at the bottom for starters, the 236 fib sitting roughly at like 490. We are reversing. You can see we traded above that. We're just about at it right now. We traded above it yesterday, closed below, as well as on the 30th, 29th, 28th, 27th. So it's an area of resistance for right now. We're getting a little sell-off this morning in Bitcoin. We'll drop into that at the end of the video. We are also going to talk about some new price levels here on the chart. To the downside as well to the upside. So let's talk about the downside first here. So we have a little rising price action here, not too extreme, but it is a concern because usually when you see price action rising up in this direction, there is always that chance that we drop lower. So you can follow up back to this once we get to the Bitcoin talk. We'll talk about some lowers for Bitcoin one day at a time, guys. Market's going to look bullish one day, bearish the next day. I'm not saying they look bearish right now, but they're in the red anyways. So if we're talking about downside targets right now, we have two targets down there. We have one at 423, so that's $4.23, and we also have one down there at $4.17. So just below the lows of this consolidation, which once again I mentioned were put in on the 19th of March. 417 is the new level that was added today. 423 was there from the previous video. So just keep an eye on those potential support areas if we do get that this rising price action, if it does start to break lower. So that's 417 and 423 for a stopping point, and it's just about at the lows there from the 19th of March. So we'll have to revisit if we start to get some more downside action. We'll have to revisit and add some more lower support levels here because they do exist. I just don't have them all filled in right now. Let's talk about, but it can happen quick, so I'll have to keep an eye on this. Let's talk about, excuse my chart here, a little messed up, some higher price targets. So let's say we get a footing here for Cryptex and we start to make our way up. Well, just within this whole consolidation, we have levels to watch before we even get to where my levels are. My levels don't start up until the high $6 range. But within here, we have areas. We have the 382 fib level at 535 roughly. the zero point 0.5 at 575, the 618 at 618, then the 786, which lines up with one of my levels. So, as price moves higher, keep your eye on the 382. That's at $5.35, roughly, give or take a couple cents. Then the 0.5 was right up here. That's this white line. That's 575 roughly. You can see we have a little candle wick through that on the 23rd of March. So we have a candle wick through that level on the 25th. That would be the 382. And then we have our 618, which wasn't really traded at since the 16th of March. We have the 786 at 684. And then we have my level right there at 675. So 675 is one of my new levels for this video. The last video did not have that. So, once we get past all these fibs, 675 is a solid target to get to. And that's going to put us just below the all-time highs. So just a quick quick thought here. There's no guarantee we're going to make it up here to 675. Okay. These markets could easily just roll over from here and head lower. And that way we will fill in all of our lower targets. But right now, like I said, 417, 423. But if Bitcoin can start making new highs, then there's a chance that we'll be visiting one, all of these fib levels up here, and two, we'll start to put my levels into play here. But we're pretty far from those levels at the moment here. 675. I mean, you're looking at about a 38% move before we get up to my level there, which is a very solid move. Above that, guys, we have the highs of this consolidation, which were, like I said, put in on the 15th of March. Above that, that price is 681, by the way. So we're trading at 489, 681 is the high. 810 is another solid target. That puts us into breaking the highs of this consolidation. Not the all-time highs of this chart, but of this current consolidation here. 810 is a solid target up there. 964 is another one. So that is a very, very nice move. And then, guys, that's when things get real interesting, is when we start to check out the fibs above that. Now, I do have higher price targets. We'll get to those. But the fib level, just for starters, once we break out here, if we break out here, the 1618 fib is going to put you up there at 1132. 1132, roughly, give or take a couple cents. Then we have one of my targets, which should have been in the last Cryptex video, 1524. And then 2105. 2105 is very close to a Fibonacci level. The 2618 level is just about at 2076. So just right there. That's a very important level. If this markets actually start to get up that high, we could really see some strong reactions at these two targets here being hit. Got a long way to go. I mean, just to put that, just give you an idea how far of a move that is, up to 330%. I mean, very doable, but no joke. We're trading at $4, almost $5. So all the way up to 21 is a very solid move. And then from there, guys, you just have the fibs. You have the 3618, $38. That's just based on this consolidation, by the way, not even all of the history here or from the all-time high of this chart. The 4236, $55. I mean, wow, $55, crazy. And then from up there, you have the 0.5, or the 5, I should say, at 87, and so on. So we'll see. I mean, we're a long way away. Got a pretty nasty red day here in Bitcoin, which is a little concerning because we're at a pretty critical point where we need to break out of a cup with handle in Bitcoin. We need to start putting in higher highs. We don't want to print a major lower high and roll over. It's possible, and at some point it could, it will happen. But to keep the uptrend going, obviously we need to continue to making higher highs. And a lot of the markets don't look that bad, so it's probably just a day of selling so far. But we'll see. We'll see. We have made incredible runs here. Over to For Cryptex, once again, keep your eye on, take a screenshot if you'd like to have these levels, or just, visit this video in the future. You have all the fibs within the consolidation here, and then you have 423 and 417 are areas to keep an eye on if we start to get a move like this in the market. You can look for some support down there. It puts you just around the lows of the 19th of March. And then if we start to rally, obviously you can keep an eye on the wrong tool there. You can keep an eye on the levels within this consolidation, the fib levels. So the 382, the 0.5, the 618, the 786, and then my level 675, 810 puts you above these highs, 964, 1524, the 1618 at 1132, and so on. Take a quick zoom out here. Let's take a quick zoom out here on this chart. Guys, welcome to the channel. Appreciate all the support, new subscribers. We are sitting at an area of previous volatility, to say the least. This whole area, it was actually a very large range from 276 all the way up to, above $9. You could see these massive candle wicks. And we're sitting just in that range. So we're holding tight, which is nice. Whether we continue higher or not, it really depends on, this chart's price action and what's going on, in the bigger picture, which is in Bitcoin. Keep in mind, guys, this thing has made a huge run since just in 2024. You were down here in the $1.70 range. You're up 180% this year, roughly. And then from the lows back in 2023, I don't know how long you guys been holding this, you're up 600+%. Big money being made here. Let's drop over to BTC. We're down 1,700 this morning, 2.49%. Nothing to shy about, but a very large move. So let's take a zoom in here. See what's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a cup with handle. You can see this is drawn on from the weekend's videos. I drew out the cup here. It's got a nice rounding bottom, little handle, and we're looking for that pop to the upside. Something I want to talk about here is, let's take a zoom in here so it's easier for you guys to see, is we have two levels right now that we're watching that are with the prices trading within. Those two levels that, the above level is 71,335 and the below level is 68,748. We need to break out of these levels, ideally higher. Let's see, today's high was 71,313, 71,335. So we almost got to that upper resistance level, and then got pushed back down below it, pushed back down lower. And we haven't quite hit the 68,748, but we'll see. We'll see. So, nothing too crazy, but we don't want to see the price start to head lower and start breaking, 66.32, 64.375. That would not be good, and that would start to indicate that these prices are heading lower. We probably saw the high in already on the 27th. And, we're either going to be in a longer period of consolidation, or we're heading into a new trend, and that trend is lower. For upside targets, if we get a breakout higher here for Bitcoin out of this cup with handle, which is pretty good looking, obviously above 73,494, which is going to put you above the all-time highs here, the double top, where we topped out back in early March. And then we have a target above that 74,958, 80,614. And then all of the lower targets here, if we head lower here, 66.32, 64,375, 64,123. It's going to put you down in here, 62,206. So that covers anything from 62,206 up to 80,614. Wild. Bitcoin's worth this much money. Guys, thanks for watching. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. All links are down below. Does help support the channel. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great Monday.